What is up, everybody? It's Cobes here, and today I'm back with a Fortnite video. In today's video, I have the top 15 skins with the Battle Shroud back bling, the top 15 combos. So I want everyone to drop a like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications. But should you buy the Omen? Should you? I think the Omen is definitely worth it. Let's say he was kind of like the Battle Hound, and you know, the back bling, it was there, but you couldn't actually put it on anyone else. It wasn't a real back bling, but it was still on his back, if that makes any sense. If it doesn't, well, fuck you, honestly. Get your head out of your ass cheeks. But even if he didn't have that, I think he's worth it. But now that you can actually switch it to other characters, the back bling, he's honestly one of the best skins in this game, in my opinion. One of the best designs and the best back blings in this game right now. He kind of reminds me of the Raven, maybe a little bit of an upgraded version. I've been hearing a lot of people say that. But is his back bling better than the Raven's? For me, I really don't know yet. I think it is one of the best back blings in this game, and it fits with a lot of different characters. So you're only gonna have another couple hours to get this skin, maybe like 4 or 5 hours once this video is actually out. So go out and get this motherfucking skin. I swear, guys, don't regret it. What if it never comes back? But let's get into this list, guys. So, I guess really quickly before we start, any skin that looks like a superhero, it's gonna go perfectly with. That's why at my number 15 spot, I gave it to the Valor, because the Valor looks like a superhero to me. I'm pretty sure she's based off of Wonder Woman, and the cape goes perfectly with her. See, the cape, it does have a couple colors on it, like black and kind of blackish blue, if I had to say, but mostly it goes together with any color skin in this game. It doesn't matter if it's red, yellow, orange, it doesn't matter. It's gonna go pretty well with almost every skin in this game. I haven't really seen a bad combination, honestly. These are just my top 15 favorite. Moving on to 14, we have the Highland Warrior. And for me, I really don't like the Highland Warrior all that much, but with this back bling, it definitely upgrades her. You guys ever heard of, you know, maybe you have a dad out there, he's always like, you know, the best basketball player, the best football player always elevates the team. They elevate the team and make everyone around them better. Well, the Highland Warrior, it's not that great of a skin, but with the Battle Shroud, it definitely gets elevated into a decent skin. And I think any color black skin or any superhero looking skin are definitely the best combos, or just anything else that I like is probably on this list. At our number 13 spot, we have the Triple Threat, and I don't really know exactly why I like it so much on her, but I think without any sort of back bling, she looks alright. She's not my favorite, but with this back bling, she's definitely elevated to another level, and I think she looks really great. You should definitely try her out. At my number 12 spot, I gave it to the Burnout. Come on, guys. You know I love the Burnout. Well, not really. I don't even like the Burnout all that much, but with this back bling, again, I think you need some sort of back bling for a lot of these skins on this list to make them even better. And the Burnout, it's not my favorite. It really reminds me of like the Dark Vanguard, Dark Voyager, and then all those other astronaut skins. Anything else with the helmet, it looks very similar to. The skin design, it's alright, I would say. You know, it's not my absolute favorite, but with this back bling, it really does make me want to go out and start using it a little bit more. Moving on to our number 11 spot, I had to give it to the Dark Vanguard. And you know, the colors, they may pop out a little bit too much, in my opinion, but I still think it's deserving for this list, for this spot, for the number 11 spot. Like the purple colors on, the purple and orange kind of pop out a little bit too much for me to say this is going to be my favorite. But the astronaut suit really fits in with the cape for some reason. I don't really understand why that works out so well, but in my opinion it does. Moving on to my number 10 spot, I gave it to the Reaper. And the Reaper is one of those skins that really doesn't look good with any single back bling in this game. He looks wild, he looks weird, and that's really the only reason you'd use a back bling with the Reaper, in my opinion. But this is one of the first back blings that I actually think looks good on him. I really do think that this fits his design. Even though maybe it shouldn't, it's kind of a guy in a suit, like a businessman in a suit with a cape. Doesn't sound very appealing. Just imagine like a fat blonde guy with a cape on going to his job. Just imagine that. But with the Reaper, he looks way more badass than that. And honestly, a really good skin, and I wanted to put it on this list because I know a lot of people have the Reaper, and if you have the Omen as well, then it's a perfect combo, honestly. Moving on to my number 9 spot, I give it to the Elite Agent. And for me, this is a little bit of an upgraded Reaper, in the sense that it looks a lot better than the Reaper with this backbling. Even though the Reaper looks good, I think the Elite Agent you can't really go wrong with. I think the girl skins, honestly, fit this cape a little bit better because they have a slenderer body. They have a lot slender. Is that a word, slender? They have a lot more slender of a body, and it makes the cape just stand out a little bit more and fit in a little bit more as well. So moving on to our number 8 spot, for one skin I really do not like, and you guys know this if you've literally watched any other of my videos. We have the Royal Knight, and the Royal Knight, it's an alright skin. That's all I can say. No, it really is. It really isn't a good skin in my opinion. I think this is one of the worst in the game, but I would use it with this backbling. And I won't say that very often. I won't say, you know, I'm gonna use a really bad skin with a really great backbling. I'm not gonna do that very often, but with the Royal Knight, it is looking pretty good, honestly. It definitely elevates it a little bit more. She kind of has a more medieval type look, and the cape really fits in with that design. Moving on to my number 7 spot, I have Infiltrator. And honestly, I don't know exactly why it goes so well with him. Maybe it's just because I like the design so much, but the bucket hat with the cape combo, and then his color scheme, it's kind of like grayish white. If I had to, you know, put some words on it, grayish white color scheme. I think honestly it goes really well together. I think this may be a little bit biased. Like maybe it doesn't look the best to everyone else out there, but for me, this one had to make the list just because I like it so much. Moving on to our number 6 spot, for one of my favorite combos, and probably if the skin was like a little bit higher tier in my mind, probably would have been number 1. But I had to give it to the Shadow Ops, and guys, if you like the Shadow Ops, it's basically like a super villain type character if I had to put a word on it. And with this cape, with the super villain character, it looks so nice, guys. The all black with the Shadow Ops with like the blackish, bluish type Battle Shroud backbling cape, whatever you want to call it. That combination, perfect. You know, you put your fingers, you put all 5 of your fingers up to your mouth, make a kissing sound, and release your fingers into the air. Do that for me. The Shadow Ops, that's what you get. At our number 5 spot, I gave it to the Arctic Assassin. And this one may be a very surprising one, but I was using this in a gameplay recently. I don't know if I got a win, and I probably won't be using it in the background of this game. Probably won't even be using the Battle Shroud. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. I don't know exactly. But honestly, guys, the Arctic Assassin, one of the best combinations in this game with the Battle Shroud. One of the best for sure. Moving on to our number 4 spot, I had to give it to the Scallion. And the Scallion with the Battle Shroud, it's a perfect combo. It's a perfect color scheme. She has the black and white stripes across her body. She has that black beanie as well on top of her head, and then the black pants. All in all, there's nothing really wrong with this combination. And it doesn't really make sense necessarily, like who a robber is gonna be wearing a cape. Doesn't make sense. Maybe she could wrap it around her head afterwards and pretend she's Muslim. That's not even funny. That kind of just makes me feel like shit, honestly. But no hate to any Muslim people out there. I'm sorry. Yeah. All right, let's just move on to our number 3 spot. We have the Visitor with the Battle Shroud, and I haven't really talked about this since I first made the video on the Visitor. Well, I did in some streams, but maybe you didn't hear about that because there's only a couple hundred people in there. But the Visitor, I really don't like this skin all that much. I think at first, when I first got him, I was so excited because I grinded so hard to get this guy. But now that I have him, now that, you know, the hype has kind of died down a little bit, I kind of just see him as an alright skin. Nothing too great, nothing too crazy. But with the Battle Shroud, it's a perfect combo, guys. I really do believe that. And I think with the Visitor and his backbling, you know, it's a good combination. I just think the Visitor overall definitely could have been something a little bit different. His design's pretty dull in my opinion. Moving on to our number 2 spot, I had to give it to the OG Raven. And the Raven with the Battle Shroud, of course, it's a perfect combo. Everyone's saying that the Raven, or the Omen's kind of like an upgraded version of the Raven. I don't know if I would say that. I still really like the Raven's design, but the Raven and the Battle Shroud backbling combination, my god, this thing looks so good in game. I'll probably be using this for some future gameplay. I can't really deny that it's one of the best. It's second best in my book. But moving on to our number 1 spot, I had to give it the one, the only, the Omega. Guys, if you're level 80 and you can switch the colors of the Omega lights, definitely do that. Switch it to something else. I think it'll look a lot better with any other color than just the OG one. But for me, I think regardless of if it looks better with any other color, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, Omega, regardless of if you're level 80 or not, and you can change the colors, is the best combination with the Battle Shroud, easily. This one is one of my favorite combinations in this game at this point. And really, I don't use the Omega all that much, but with this new backbling, I think I'm going to start using them a little bit more. I think this is one of the best combinations ever to be invented. So, tell me your favorites, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, drop a like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications, guys. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.